So this is part 3 of what if Deku had an art and tech quirk? Let's get it. And I'm sorry for the humming noise, it's my fan, okay? Um so as I was saying, Mineta doesn't get in, so he's replaced by Mirako. And Mirako sees Deku like, oh, hey, you. And like Aizawa, not Aizawa, but like the class is like Kaminari. Yeah, it's just Kaminari. It's there, like, well, how did Deku get these? How did Deku get these many hotties on his first day? And Deku says, mm. So basically, class is over with, and let's say that what else happens? The stain, the stain arc. So basically, it's nighttime this time. So basically, Deku he does like some research on Stain and how he looks. And basically, let's say that Deku he goes out at night and like he basically spray paints a picture of Stain on the wall, big red X over him, and he coats it with like ones and zeros, like I said, with his quirk, and like let's say he coats it with ones and zeros, and like when he touches it, it basically like Stain comes out, like it's like his body comes out of it, and it has like a red X over it. So basically, Deku he does like some artwork, and then he runs into Stain, and Stain likes Deku's art for some weird reason. Cause like the first painting he saw, it was like the angel painting, then the Jiro painting, then like he liked it. So basically, let's say he quit being Stain, so he kept the name Stain, cause like it's basically like a sort of a good art name, Stain. So basically, Stain, he basically, he was out killing, heroes. And like he saw Deku's art and like, cool. And like he started to see more of it, like, oh wow, it's pretty nice. Then he saw one of him. It was like it was sort of like a Japanese style painting. And Stain liked that one out of all of them. So basically, he turned himself in, and he admitted for like everything he did. And I'm sorry, but like let's say that Stain he got out and he's on TV saying that the Green Dragons are made me stop being a villain. And like everybody's surprised because like the Green Dragon, which basically made their city famous just for the name Green Dragon. Basically, Deku gets on back to the dorms. Let's see that Aizawa's up. Aizawa's up like, kid, what's up? Where were you? I left my notebook at the park. You was at the park? Yep. You heard what happened? Yeah. The Green Dragon, did something for Stain, I guess? I don't know. Deku goes back to his like before Deku, went back to UA. Deku went to explain his quirk and how it works and like everything. So Stain basically said, if I cut somebody and I lick their blood, they can be paralyzed. Deku takes this into account. Like he adds a new update to the game. Like he puts in villains quirks and like the works. Like everything. So basically Deku right now he's sort of, in his room doing a little code and shit, you feel me? And he plays the new character. And I see that Stain, like he has two quirks, dual blade and acrobat. I mean three quirks, basically dual blade, acrobat, and paralysis. And basically, like people are like people are wondering like how did this update happen so fast? Because like no one fought Stain. So basically, when Deku wakes up, everybody just says, "Hey Deku, did you do anything to the game?" Deku says, "What do you mean? You said you work for the Green Dragon? Yeah, I made the game, but he does the challenges. What do you mean by challenges? Look, I have like when you're all sleeping, I basically go to the Green Dragon's lair, the Dragon Cave." And do not fucking quote me on this. I named it myself, the Dragon Cave. So basically, Deku explains to them, hey, um, the Green Dragon, he basically, wanted you guys to have like a new update and a new villain to fight. And like they're like, whoa, cool. Basically, either he shows up like everybody back to class. I mean, everybody go to sleep. And basically Deku's like, nah, I have a life, so you all can go back to sleep. Well, I'm gonna finish what I've done. What was that? I'm gonna finish coding up the new villains for the Green Dragon. And just so I'm letting you know, I'm making the motherfuckers hard as hell. So that means, like, so basically Deku says, I'm making the motherfuckers hard as hell for y'all to fight, which means here. And like he puts out a VR headset that he personally made with the Green Dragon logo on it. Everybody's like, "Whoa, cool!" And let's say that Deku tells Jiro to come up, and basically Deku he puts the headset on Jiro, and he turns on the game, and she sees like the Green Dragon logo, and she sees her avatar. So basically, Deku tells her to use her quirk. I mean, not her quirk, but like to use your hands, because like he gave her like these weird things, like let's say it's like the version of his hand, but like with gloves for gaming. He excuse me. He gives her those gloves, and like she is winning like constantly. So basically, Deku says here, and he basically gives everybody one, and they're like, "What are these? These are the new update to the game." And like they're like, "Wait, what? Really?" And they was like, "Yeah, it's something like he wants y'all to have some fun because like his next stop is gonna be here at UA." And they're all like, "What? Really?" Mm-hmm. So basically, Deku, he basically like he had like he says and said, "Oh, thank God, I got him away." Nancy comes in and basically Deku throws everything on the floor, trying to hide it. Excuse me for my voice. So basically, Deku. so basically, Deku. He says, "Oh, Nezzy, what's up? What's good?" And Nezzy says, nice style of work, Green Dragon." And Deku's like, "What do you want, Nezzy?" "I want to, I want to help you finish your game." What do you mean to finish? You're adding in all the villains, quirks, everything. Yeah, you're teaching the kids how to use their quirks at the same time. Yeah, and battle skills. So basically, sorry. Basically, I'm doing this for the kids. Since I know that, y'all teachers are busy with, being heroes or some shit, I basically made the kids able to train their quirks. Which means in the game, like, the game scans their body and their quirk, and, like, the game shows them the best way to use their quirk in real life. So basically, they do that. So this is a surprise that this kid actually did this for his class. So basically, let's say, um, this is around like a sports festival. I can say not a sports festival, but like something. Hmm. The middling thing has already happened with Coda and shit. So basically, mm, when Deku was out doing some work, he saw some villains, and let's say that one of the villains had like a, knockout gas quirk. So basically, they capture Deku and they bring him to the League of Villains hideout. Overhaul sees him and he says, "Son," like, and Deku's like, "What the fuck did you just say to me, old man?" It's like, let's say that in this, what if Overhaul is Deku's dad, and basically Deku says like, "Why did you just call me son? My old man died," and like Overhaul wanted to cry because he can't right now because of his eyes, like literally he he can't cry. So basically, no, Overhaul like Awful One told the villains, get out the room, and let's say that he doesn't want to take Deku's quirk because like he likes his art, and basically, let's say he so basically, um, Awful One, tells Deku, "Hey, do you want to join the League of Villains?" So basically, Deku says, "Nah, I'm good," and let's say that Overhaul, he no Overhaul, like Awful One respects that, and basically Deku he gives him like a picture, like Awful One sees it like, "Oh, what's this? It's a picture, yeah," and like not a picture but like a painting or something. It's a painting of like mom, cause like Inko died, like straight up died like a villain attack. And Deku explains it to him that a villain, captured Inko, killed her, for a hostage. So, was it one of my men? Mm, did he have green, like, I don't know, black hair or something? Black hair and burns? And basically, Alphonse like, Dobby. So, Alphonse calls Dobby, Dobby! And Dobby just pops out like, "What is it, boss? I'm trying to sleep." And his eyes wide like, "Is that the hero?" And basically, Awful just grabs Dobby by the neck and just fucking snaps it, saying, "You killed my wife." And Dick is like, "Oh, so I'm finna dip. You deal with that. Hey, I'm gonna stop by tomorrow. I can bring a beer or two or three or like a pack if you want to talk." And not Overhaul, like, Overhaul's like, sure. Because, like, he didn't know his son drank like that. So basically, they can, like, it's like the next day in the morning. That's how long he was talking to his dad. And, like, you know, Awful One was happy to see his son. So basically, Awful One, he basically wants to spend more time with Deku, because he's his father. I mean, spend more time with Deku because Awful One is his father. So it'd be fucked up if he didn't spend time with Deku. So Deku, he basically, says, "Hey, Aizawa, can I have a day off? And I said, sure, problem child. And like, they were wondering where they could go. So basically, Deku he goes to the supermarket and he buys like about, let's say, since he's a heavy drinker and he doesn't get drunk that quick, not anymore. He's a heavy drinker and he's able to hold his liquor. If you catch my drift, like he bought 12, not 12, like 10, 5 for him and 5 for his dad. So basically, he gets to the hideout and like, let's say Aizawa followed him and like the only thing he is just laughing. And like I saw, runs in there saying, "This is the hero," and Deku like, "Oh, well, it's not what it looks like at all. I'm just saying that with my old man." And like let's say that everyone's like, "Oh, sorry, sorry for abandoning you, Deku." And Deku just say, "It's fine, Dad. Just at least tell Mom. Just go back. Just go to her grave for once." And basically, Alphonse says, "Sure, son." And Deku he drinks like about 4 packs of beer. I mean like 4 packs of beer. And he left one for him to go home with. And like he basically like he had a photo of him and All For One and like he edited it with Inko in it with them hugging. And basically he basically coded that one and it's saying, "I love you, Dad," and like in Deku's childish voice. And it also says, "I love you, sweetie." And basically, at this point, All For One, he basically like he gets mad at the villains, like at one of his villains, and he killed Dobby. So basically, he gives out orders saying, "Whoever harms any innocent female child or any family, you'll be dead, and your quirk is and your quirk will be mine." So basically, that scared the fuck out of everybody. And so Isaiah was like, "You okay, private child?" Nick says, "Oh yeah, I was just spending time with my dad." And basically, Isaiah was like, "Oh, you spent time with your old no." Nick says, "Yeah, what what is it to you?" And basically, he says, "You know this would be called as a act of tyranny, right?" And Doha says, "No, let Izuku be a hero." And like, let's say Isaiah says, what from? I mean, Offline says, "Let my son be a hero. In the long run, I want him to fight me because it's sort of what I wanted to." So basically, Offline, he basically, explains why he wanted Deku to fight him, cause he'll feel better knowing that Deku fought him instead of All Might, and let's say that he basically releases all the quirks and he gives like All For One, to Deku, straight up, then and there. And he changes how All For One works. All For One is able to spread out, enhance, and help. It has healing, and it also can temporarily close a quirk for like 6 minutes or 20. It depends. So at this point, Deku gained a new power, and it turns, and it's on his arm, on his shoulder, and it has like a picture of It says all for one. So Deku he touches it, and like his arm, it basically combines all the other tattoos into a mega arm, and that shit works out perfectly. And like and it has a time limit, about 10 minutes. So basically, Deku is able to use that, and it basically and he fuses all the other ones. So basically, Deku, he gets back to the UA. Nizu, he is really like wondering like why did Easy Midoriya go to All For One about things. So Deku explains it to them, saying that All For One is my father, and the only thing he wanted to was to you know do this, do that, and like they smell the beer under his breath, and like Ned says, "Have you been drinking with him?" They says, "Yep." Can a father and son drink in peace? I mean, can a son and father drink in peace? And it's like, oh, yeah, I guess. So basically, Deku. So let's say, Deku, like let's say, All Might says, "Young man, give me your quirk." Like he doesn't say that. He says, "Young Midoriya, what is that name on your arm?" Oh, All For One. All for wait. He gave you a quirk. I mean, he gave his quirk to you. Yeah, and he also released all the other quirks, and basically he told me about yours. So basically, he basically wanted me to give you this, and like it's a healing quirk. So Deku touches All Might, and All Might jumps back a little bit, saying, "I'm not gonna be, trapped by it." So basically, Deku explains it's not going to kill you. It's just going to heal your body to the point to where you were at your younger age. And I'm like, sure. And like he touches, and like Deku touches All Might, and like one's like let's say Deku draws like a picture in his head, and it's basically a younger All Might, but like very younger, like around when he started being a hero. And Deku says now all like One for All is able to keep you young, and basically if you pass on the torch you'll still be getting stronger. It's sort of like a sand like it's let's say that it's sort of like a Zenkai boost, if you catch my drift. Sorry, I'm super tired. It's a Zenkai boost. Yeah, this is Zenkai boost, and basically Deku, he uses. I mean, like All Might is thinking Deku. Yeah, Deku is it's sort of okay. Deku, he checks his hand. Like his hand is really, old. So like his hand, it has rust on it. It has smells that that should never be talked about. If you catch my drift. And Deku, he's wondering like, can I make a new hand? So Deku, he did it. So basically, Deku, he basically touches his hand. I mean, he touches his metal. I mean, like his metal arm or something, right? He touches his metal arm, and like he basically draws like a digital imprint in his head of how he wanted his hand to look like. So basically, Deku, he basically like, oh shit, I am screwed. So basically, Deku, he's like, he basically, he draws it in his head and how he wanted. It's sort of like he wants it to to use one of the dragon modes, and like he basically said, "Oh, thank God, I have my smart brain." So basically, Deku, he finishes his hand, and like Deku, like let's say like all the tattoos that all the engravings that were on the metal hand are now on Deku's metal hand, like his new one. So basically, Deku, he basically this is when everybody goes out, right? And sorry for like I'm gonna say this is a time skip. So basically, this is when everybody goes out. The overhaul fight, it happens, but it's basically just Deku and Overhaul fighting. And like once Deku defeats, I mean not Overhaul, but like all for one fight. Damn, I keep getting names mixed up. So basically, this is the all for one fight, and basically, hold on. Basically, Deku. Mm-mm-mm. He is literally, let's say, he wins against All For One. So basically, All For One gets up and like the newscaster sees this, and he see and like All For One hugs him, saying, "Thank you, Izuku." And like All For One dies just right there on the spot. And Deku cries a little bit, and the heroes come by and say, "Are you okay, kid?" Deku just, says, "Don't touch me right now." And they're all like, "Why?" And like they see Deku holding All For One, and like let's say that Deku gave All For One like a pendant. It was like a photo, and basically All For One had that inside his like he kept that inside his pocket, and like they piece together like you're All For One's kid, and Deku says, "Yeah, thanks to you heroes and me, now he's dead." And they're like, well, "What do you mean he's dead?" Check his pulse. He's dead. I checked. So basically, Deku, like, he's the only one who goes to his father's grave, and like, he basically he puts like cool things on it, like pictures, and he does like the ceremony, everything, and like once he gets back to the UA, everybody's like, "Hey, are you okay?" Deku says, "Don't. I'm not ready to talk right now." And basically they say Deku's father is off like overhaul the all for one. So basically they say, "Oh man, that's really fucked up how he defeated his own defeated his own dad." So basically Deku he goes to his room and he has like the picture that all for one had in his pocket of him, Deku and Inko. So basically, Deku he basically touches it, and it says "I love you, sweetie." And like before he knew it, on from like his dad put like something on it, and it says, "Mizuku, if you're listening to this, you defeated me, and I say thank you for that. And I want you to have this." And like a button comes up out of the thing, and he touches it. He basically touches the button, bam, and it basically pings to his arm. And like Deku, he basically sneaks out of UA. He sneaks out of the dorms, and like he goes to let's say he goes to the building where the fight happened, and basically he basically goes there and like he opens the door and he sees like some cool things there if you catch my drift, like science stuff, like basically anything that can be used for Deku. So basically the recording also says this place is a place where I used to do my old experiments on quirks to find out how to stop them. And basically Deku's like, "You want to stop them?" And the quirk is out of nowhere. I mean, and the recording says it's out of nowhere. Yes, I wanted to stop them. So basically, Deku he goes into it and like he sees the DNA of the Nomus, everything. Mm-mm. And like Deku sees like a board saying this is a test for Izuku Midoriya. If you can do these things that are on the board, you will be accepted in your father's legacy. And I don't know where the recording it says, "I don't want you in my legacy, Zuko," and it works. It works, right? Deku, he basically sees the list and it says create a different type of Nomu. And basically, like, I don't know where the recording says Midoriya. If you create a Nomu, I will come out of my grave, grab my quirk, and bring it with me. And Deku's like, oh shit, I should probably not make, I am not gonna make a Nomu. So basically, he makes like a, let's say it's a wolf lion hybrid, and like Deku has control over it. So basically, he thinks of the hybrid, and he thinks of the most coolest animals that he likes, which is a lion, mm, a lion, and a wolf. So basically, a lion, like a lion and a wolf. Deku, he basically, draws it with his he draws it with his new metal hand, and basically, it turns out great. And like the base detects a new entity made by Zuko Midoriya, and like let's say the wolf, it basically tried to eat, like it tried to snap at Deku, but Deku just bitch slapped it, bitch. And like it turns out great for the wolf, but like I mean it turns out great for Deku, but like not the wolf. That motherfucker is unconscious. So basically, it says task completed, and like now Deku has like a base of operations. So he gets started, like he basically gets everything out of the way. Like he puts all his dad old stuff inside a vault somewhere, and like only he like I mean he puts all his dad old stuff inside his little what's it called, the Notebook prison. Yeah, that happens, and my boy Deku's like, oh my god, this is super cool. So like Deku, he thinks like he pictures everything the way he wanted it to be, like how he wanted to, like his gaming stuff, everything right there to be. So basically, it works. So basically, Deku, he has like his own building that he calls his home. So if you're wondering if Deku, excuse me, if Deku, if Deku, let's say, rebuilt the building, he did, and like he runs his own like shop up there, and it basically has green dragon merch. Let's say, yeah, green dragon merch, and it has like some boba tea. Instead of it being brown and blue, it is gonna be green. Like the boba is gonna be black, and the drink is gonna be green, and it's gonna have like a thing on it to where if you press it, the green dragon is gonna say, "Have a wonderful day, Miss and Mister," and like they and like those things sell like hotcakes, and Deku makes also like cakes. Everybody is wanting Deku stuff, all up to the point where like let's say Mount Lady comes by, and she sees the little restaurant, and she thinks, isn't that the place I kicked down? And like Midnight says, yeah, what's it doing back up? And they see a line coming out of it saying, are those the villains? And basically they go in and they see like green dragon merch, tea, everything in there. And they see who it is, and they say, Izuku Midoriya? And it says, yeah, it's me. What are you doing here, Mount Lady and Midnight? And like they are like, we thought this was the villain hideout. Oh, it was, but since I'm the son of the most like the number one villain, he basically gave this place to me. Right? You know what? Yeah. he gave this place to me. And they like, no, he didn't. So Deku pulls out the papers and and he says, read. I gotta do some. I had to cook for some customers. They read the paper like, wow, he really like his dad really is off one. And let's say that Deku he makes some cupcakes and he uses his quirk. When somebody bites into it, it's like the inside of their mouth. It tastes like a flavor that they have never tasted before. It tastes like let's say it tastes like something that only Thor would eat, right? So basically, my boy Deku, he's like, damn, that's really fucked up, man. So basically, Deku, he called, he finishes the cupcakes and he gives them to everybody. And like once somebody, let's say that a little kid takes one and he bites it, and he says it tastes like strawberry, no, blueberry, pecan, and like the flavor is confusing to where people would chew it. It tastes like a different flavor. Like let's say it's like a muffin that if you bite the outside layer, the only thing you'll taste is like a turkey roast beef, like a Thanksgiving dinner, and like once you get to the center, you'll taste like fucking dishes like cake, candy, everything. They like, oh wow, pretty cool. So like Deku sells out of everything. And like Deku goes back to UA, and like everybody's going, hey, do you have any more of them muffins or anything you have from your business? Deku says, Sugar Rush, and Sugar Rush comes out like, what's up? And let's say that, and let's say that Comrade Sugar Rush, he basically he takes a bite of one, and like his quirk goes into maximum. And like he's saying, I can control that. And Dick says, here, eat this. And it's like a laxative. Decky says, go to the bathroom and eat it. And he's like, why? I make some with laxatives, with for people like you. Sugar Rush goes there, and like he eats it, and like he's just throwing it to it. Mm-hmm. And at this point in the time, everybody, are wondering like, oh, cool, cool, cool. So like, let's say that so basically Deku, like, he paints a memorial of Asashi Midori at Inko on like, let's say he paints it and like somewhere close that people would know who um Asashi Midoriya is. And like people are sad that this man died by his own son's hand. And they start saying, oh man, I'm sorry for your loss. Dex says it's fine. He's a villain. I had to. And basically Deku he is making big bank, my nigga. Big bank take little bank. So at this point, the news reached America. Straight the US. So basically, let's say some artists from Italy, France, Germany, Russia, they all want to buy Deku's. I mean, they all want to buy Deku's. I mean, the Green Dragon's art. So basically, like museums call up call up the Green Dragon, and at this point, Deku he is like, ah, fuck, I gotta deal with this. So basically, Deku he makes friends in America. And if you're wondering what is Comrade Mad Max, speaking in like a Russian or German voice. Well, I am pretty tired. I want to sleep. But no, you wanted to pester on? I'll show you pestering on, comrades. So basically, Comrade Deku, he makes friends in the US. And Deku, he is like, oh wow, thanks a lot. So basically, they get to the like. So basically, Deku, he tells, he doesn't tell no one, but like he basically dips, cause like this is like a week for them to relax. Like Deku, he basically pictures like a jetpack on his back or something. Not jetpack, but like robotic wings on his back. And he draws the. It turns out magnifico. So basically, Deku, he basically just blitzes all the way to America, and like he had like some granola bars and stuff, like muffins, sweets or something. So basically, he gets over there to America, and like a person, he, like a person who like Deku's aunt, basically picks Deku up and basically drives him to the the museum auctionist. Sorry, to the museum yeah, auctionist house. So basically, like let's say that Deku, like one year he painted a painting in America when he was visiting, and people liked it. So basically, everybody wanted the painting. Like the police confiscated it, and they gave it to the museum. The museum got it, and they wondered how Deku did it. And Deku, when I tell you this, he basically walks in, and basically the auctioneer says, "Oh, um, give me a 442, 344, 556," and the painting, like Deku's painting come out, and they see it's like a statue, and it's the Virgin Mary, praying literally with you know yeah, praying literally to God. And basically Deku, he sees this painting, yeah, and he's like, oh crap, I shouldn't touch that one. So basically, like one of the auctioneers, they grab a glove and they touch the painting to make sure it was real, and it had the green dragon symbol on it. And let's say that at the time Deku had wanted gold, green, and black, and like it had the green dragon symbol on it. So everybody wondered like, oh my god, this is so amazing. So basically, like money just started fucking falling in. Like Deku, he's like, damn, I gotta dip. So as he was gonna leave, the auctionist told one of the guys to make sure Deku doesn't leave the building or the state. So basically, Deku he basically goes around, Washington, or yeah, he goes around Washington or California, right? And like he sees cool things and he tries different things. Like he basically takes some pointers from street cooks on how to do things, and he also brought muffins from his business all the way from Japan, and like he makes good money. Deku he gets some money about it, and some people in the U.S. knows who the Green Dragon is. Like they basically boast on how they hung out with the Green Dragon, and the Green Dragon had on his mask and everything. So basically, as Deku was gonna leave, some guys in white they basically show up, and like they grab Deku, and like Deku like he was squirming, and like one of the guys he touched the metal arm, And Deku, like, he yelled, Dragon Mode, to Flame King, Metal King, to where, like, his whole arm went, and he says, heavy metal. And do not quote me on this. This is something out of Seven Deadly Sins, I know. It says heavy metal, and he knocks out everybody inside the van because when he said that, he switched to a different power, and he said poison, laughing gas, and he says it's time to laugh. Everybody is laughing. Blood is coming out their eyes. They're coughing. They're dead. So basically, Deku he walks out the van, and like he sees this where he's at, and like let's say the police come in, and they tell everybody to freeze, get on the ground now. Deku he explains to them that he was over here going to sell some art, and they're like, what type of art? The Green Dragon, and like one mention of the Green Dragon, the cops put down their weapons for a little bit and say, were you stealing from the Green Dragon? And Deku says, no, 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 I'm the Green Dragon. And he pulls out the mask. And it has like a updated version. It's like it has gold and green and black. So basically they say, okay, then tell us what was his number one hit in America. And he says, oh, it's not in America, it's from Japan. Right? It's the statue. And if he touches it, it basically gives you like a greeting or something, right? And like he says, yeah, so you are the Green Dragon, huh? Yep, in the flesh. So basically, the cop says, guns down, boys. Just let the Green Dragon leave. So basically, as Deku was gonna leave, he runs into a little, friend from the DC universe. And guess who it is? It is billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne wants a picture because he's been seeing on how Deku's powers work, and he's like, oh my god, this kid could be a Robin. So basically, Deku, as he was gonna leave, let's say Bruce Wayne, he basically comes up to Deku saying, oh hello, you must be Azuka Midoriya, right? And Deku says, yeah, how do you know my name? Oh, I've read about you. The person who defeated all for one. And turns out it really was true. So basically, Bruce trying to, make Deku become a Robin, and Deku at this point is declining. And basically, Bruce gives Bruce calls Alfred saying, give him the money. And out of nowhere, Deku gets a big ass notification saying you have got $1 trillion from Wayne Corp. Do you accept or do you not accept, sir? And basically, Deku says, fine, accept. So he accepts the money, and he walks up to Bruce saying, what sculpture painting do you want? And Bruce says, I want a sculpture. And basically, um he gets a picture of that Bruce's parents and a adult version of Bruce, and he makes the model out of something let's say metal, gold. Basically, Bruce is like, oh my god, thank you. And Deku Lee saying, you're fine. You're welcome, Mr. Wayne. and he basically jets off to Japan. And, like he sneaks back into the dorms. Everybody say, "Oh, Izuku, where have you been?" Overseas. Really? Yeah, had a visit some family. Where? In America. And like they see, they see the way he just dressed, and they see the all name brand clothing from America and everything. They're wondering like, oh, where did he get all this stuff? And like Kaminari says, isn't that Supreme? And Deku's like, how do you know that? It's it's the most expensive thing in America. Yeah, I hung out with some guy named Bruce Wayne. And like that, like some people know who Bruce Wayne. Basically, Ida, Todoroki, and Kaminari. Kaminari says you met Bruce Wayne, billionaire playboy who gets all the chicks. And Dick says, yeah, I guess he really isn't that cool. And at this point, right now, Deku he basically just goes to sleep. Like let's say Toga she calls Deku saying Izuku, can I come? Can you come over? And he says fine. He comes over and like the next thing he sees is Toga ready. She is ready. And like he sees Miracle in there too. And like he says, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. And basically they say we were waiting on you. To do what? To fuck. Now bring your ass over here and break us. And Dick says, no, I'm not gonna break you. And basically they say, we didn't ask. And Miracle, she kicks Deku, not knocking him out. Like fucking 5 minutes later, Deku's like, God damn it, what the fuck have I got myself into? Like next minute, he sees Miracle on top of him, butt ass naked. That Quap 9000 has failed once again. I mean, has gotten an upgrade, and then Quap 10,000, it got an upgrade too. He's like, damn it, I gotta go really quickly. So basically, he leaves and like he goes back to the dorms, and like their week of break is up, and it's time for the sports festival. And the teachers, they're wondering like, is the Green Dragon gonna be coming over? Because like they want the Green Dragon to come over and spruce up UA a little bit. So basically, Deku overhears this and like as everybody was doing stuff, he basically comes out of nowhere and like he paints a picture. I mean, he spray paints a picture of like all the heroes lined up, and like it is really cool. The heroes, past heroes, like everybody, and they see it directly on the glass. I mean, not the glass, or yeah, not the glass, but like at the door. And like the hero sees this, like, who did this? And basically, they could like they see the Green Dragon logo, and like they wonder like, who's the Green Dragon? So basically, everybody's like, oh, saying thank you, Green Dragon, and like Deku says, like no problem, and he dibs on him. And so this is where I'm gonna leave it off because I got some shit to do in the morning. So love you guys. So please, if anybody want to do fan art, just please, please, if you do any fan art, please send it to me, and please put it in my Discord. So Mad Max signing off.